How many copies of LR Master Roshi should you grind? How many medals do you need to farm? And of course, what team should you use to get this grind done as fast as possible? Let's answer all those questions right here, right now. But of course, if you do enjoy this video, want to see more guys like this, especially for the 6-year anniversary, consider liking the video or going one step further and subscribing. I really do appreciate any and all support. Let's hop straight into this. So before you even look at this Master Roshi event, I want you guys to build a full Bond of Master and Disciple category team, okay? Obviously, the more LRs you have on this team, the better in terms of actual drop rates, right? Again, if you have a full LR team, you're going to have a easier time grinding this event than if you would just have a full TUR team. Now, I'm not going to say, I understand that people won't have a full, LR team all the time, but this Trunks is free to play, right? This Oob is free to play. This Piccolo, free to play. I mean, this Trunks is free to play, but he's not available on global yet, so it doesn't really count. But this Gohan is also free to play, right? So there's 4 free to play LRs that if you're playing this game for a while, you should at least have 1 copy of, right? And then of course, there's just a bunch of units on here that you can also select, so keep that in mind. After you build this team to the best of your ability, and after you awaken some of LRs and stuff, you can go ahead and hop back into the event. All right, now this is where a lot of people start to get a little confused with how many copies to grind, how many medals to farm. So just listen to what I gotta say. All right, let's take it one step at a time. All right, and we'll eventually get to the LR status of LR Master Roshi. Now, Master Roshi, okay, is an LR, which means his super attack will max out at SA20, right? When units get easy A's, their super attack increases by 5. So since Master Roshi is an LR who will get an easy A, his super attack will max out, all right, at SA25. Yes, SA25. So that begs the question, how many copies of Master Roshi should you grind? Well, let me switch over to the Dokkan, my Dokkan, just to show you exactly what I got going on here. So here we have Master Roshi. Your first copy of Master Roshi, you want to grind 14 copies for, okay? So what I mean by that, grind Master Roshi, grind 14 copies of him, get his super attack up to 10, right? That's the first 10 copies. And then the other 4 copies that you grinded up, put them in his dupe system, okay? This is going to be your main Master Roshi, okay? As you guys can see, this is my main Master Roshi. I grinded up 14 copies, fed in the super attack and fed in the dupes, and here we go, my rainbowed Master Roshi right here, okay? That's just 14 copies. Then you want to grind up another 10 copies. And why do I say 10? Because again, when Master Roshi awakens into an LR, his super attack will go from 10 out of 10 to 10 out of 20. So if you have 2 LR Master Roshis, 10 out of 20, and I feed in the other one, right? I train the other one into this guy, his super attack will go from 10 out of 20 to 20 out of 20, right? So what does that look like? Let's go to character list. And as you guys can see, I have Master Roshi right here, SA 10 out of 10. So again, he is an LR. So 10 out of 10, 10 plus 10 will be 20 when this guy does actually awaken, right? But as you guys can see, I have yet another copy of Master Roshi here, right? As you guys can also see, he's only SA 5. And like I said, when units get easy A's, their super attack increases by 5. So what I have here is Master Roshi here. This guy took 14 copies to build up. SA 10, all dupes. This one was another 10 copies for when he awakens into LR, which means we're at a total of 24 copies of Master Roshi so far. But remember, he gets an easy A, which means you need another 5 copies. And once this guy gets an easy A, right, once you easy A your main Master Roshi and you awaken this copy, right, the SA5 copy to LR, you can feed this guy, right, into Master Roshi for the full SA 25 out of 25, completely and 100% free to play. That's the best way I can explain it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to actually answer it for you in case you are confused, okay? I do appreciate you coming through. But also, let's talk about the actual medals, right? Because the medals are going to be probably one of the more annoying grinds when it comes to, you know, LR Master Roshi, right? So once you are at this stage right here, this is the SSR for Master Roshi. It takes 30 medals, okay? 30 medals to get him from this state to his awakened state, which is what you just saw in my box, right? But since, again, you have 3 Master Roshis to grind, one that's rainbowed, right? Or with all dupes unlocked, one with just SA10, and the other with SA5. Since there's 3, you need to grind 90 total medals. Yes, 90. Just so you can awaken all 3 copies, because 30 times 3 is 90, okay? Keep that in mind. Then we have our awakened version of Master Roshi right here, okay? And again, actually, before people even ask me, yes, he's 100% worth it. This guy is super, super powerful. He's 100% worth it, okay? Once he gets to this state, to awaken him to LR, which is actually not available right now at the time I'm recording this video, but again, for part 2, it will become available. You need to grind 50 medals to get him to LR. But again, since you're getting 3 copies to LR, because you can't feed in. Let me try and in case you guys are curious about this, right? Let's say I have LR Master Roshi right in front of me, right? I cannot feed in this guy to my LR Master Roshi because they're not the same unit. The super attack won't work. They both have to be LR for that to work, okay? Which is why you need to awaken every single copy, all 3 of these copies of Master Roshi into LR so they can actually feed into each other, right? In order to feed into a unit, they have to be literally the same exact status, same exact rarity, all of that good stuff, right? So keep that in mind, especially for a 100% chance of super attack raising, right? So you need to grind 150 medals, 50 for each copy, okay? So again, the grinding is not going to be the most enjoyable thing, but like I said, if you have a good Bond of Master and Disciple team, if you have all LRs, which honestly, like, this Trunks has been around for a while, this Gohan has been around for almost every single banner, I guess there's a good chance you pulled, like, this Gohan and Piccolo, right? Maybe, maybe not. That's, again, that could be an assumption. Maybe you have this Gohan, maybe you have Beerus and Whis, you know, what you also could do to make this grind just a little bit faster is to just get your first copy of Master Roshi rainbowed at SA10, awaken him, and then run him on the team, right? Because again, he is part of this category, so he could definitely help you with the grind, so keep that in mind. But all in all, you're going to need, let me actually scroll down here so you guys can actually see. You are going to need 29 copies. 29 copies of this Roshi right here. 29. Okay? 29. 14 of those will go into one of them. So 14 will be the super attack as well as all dupes. The next 10 copies will be to get another Master Roshi test to SA10, super attack 10. And the last copy of Master Roshi will be to get him to SA25. So all in total, that's 29 copies of LR Master Roshi. You're going to need a total of 90 medals, as you guys can see right here, to go ahead and get him all of his, art here to their awakened state. Okay, keep that in mind. Then, to awaken all 3 of these guys into LR, you're going to need 150 medals. If you do this, you will not waste a single Kai whatsoever, so keep that in mind. This is definitely, I think, the best way to do it. Should you use Kais? I don't think so. Could you? You definitely could, but I don't recommend using Kais, especially when this is completely free to play, right? And again, this is not meant for you guys to complete in 15 seconds. This is meant for you to complete, I completed it within like the first few days, but you can easily take your time. Maybe grind 25 of these medals a day, right? So 25 one day, 25 another day, that's your first copy. Then 25 one day, 25 another day, that's your second copy. And then so on and so forth, right? Until you get all 3 copies. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go crazy because, I go crazy, but I'll probably be doing this on stream, right? I might do all 150 medals on stream. We'll see how it goes, but yeah. So let me know what you guys think. This is definitely the fastest and definitely the most free-to-play way of getting it done. Please don't use Kais. Please Dokkan responsibly, okay? Shout out to Toon for that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.